saying that innovation starts with culture is a bit like easier because you say, yeah, we need to
It's
have
a good
a,
it's a good scapegoat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's start with something very soft, and people should be secure and feel trust, and then and then it's easier because once you don't have to show the bottom line, you could do it. But
Yeah.
having a bottom line and showing, as you say, like a year and a half is like quite quick to show something. That's a tricky thing, right?
Yeah.
And it requires so much more than soft skills. And I totally agree with you that once you have these results, you could continue with it. But before
Yeah.
you have the trust of the people that, yeah, that could be a good direction, they will question it for sure.
And this is for everybody that's in a role and like it's live now with us on the session. If you work in change management, if you work in the transformation office, you don't have to be a consultant like I am or my colleagues are. But if your role has to do with change and you've just been appointed to that role, you have about 18 months to show results. After that 18-month period, people will start questioning you, questioning your ability, question the entire transformation or the entire change process. There will be the skeptics will have a lot of ammunition to throw at you after that 18 months period. I would encourage you, as I said, 18 months. Try to do your best to show results. You are racing against the clock. Your goal is to make it to the next 18 months period. It's like in sports, right? But you can basically lose at every 18 months period. So obviously, don't forget about your end goal. Don't forget where you're heading. Don't just take decisions because they are very quick and low hanging fruit. But think about your entire vision. Think about the road ahead and try to take steps that lead to results in 18 months that are connected to your overall transformation vision. That will be my advice to any chief transformation officer here or anybody working in change management.
Yeah, as we said, I think that we said that measurement is really important, and that's why you wrote the innovation accounting. So, could you tell me what is the first main reasonable goal that a company could have when they're trying to measure? Will they measure total revenue? Will they measure a specific
Mm.
project compared to what? Like, you cannot compare 15 years of a company to a new product. So how do you do that?
Yeah. Obviously, revenue is good, right? It's a good measurement. However, revenue can't be influenced. You cannot influence revenue unless you're trying to sell the building that you're working from. Revenue is a result of a process, be it a sales process, be it an innovation process, be it whatever process. But let's refer to innovation. Um, Revenue coming from innovation is a result of your company's ability to build products that the market wants, new products that the market wants specifically. Um, I wouldn't necessarily go for measuring revenue because, as I said at the beginning of our conversation, we need patience with innovation. I would try to measure things around cost of failure. I will try to measure things around time. I will try to measure things around, in general, velocity indicators, how fast we are learning, how fast we are launching things in the market versus what we did before the change started. Um, Cost of failure, again, it's probably one of my favorite indicators. Essentially, look at how much has been spent in your organization in the past on products that haven't worked, and look at how much you, under the new process and with the new skills and with the new everything, are burning on ideas that don't work. And again, usually you're going to go through a lot of ideas that initially don't work before you reach one. Try to make a case to upper management. Try to make a case to your shareholders and stakeholders. Look, under the new process, our cost of failure dropped significantly. Um, versus what it was before. Why? Because now we validate better. We don't launch products that we haven't validated with the customers. We are so much more customer centric, and this is why we have the ability to kill products earlier in their life cycle rather than later. And earlier versus later means you are lowering the cost of failure by killing
Yeah.
stuff earlier.
What about missed opportunities? Just measuring all the things that you missed in the past. Would it help?
Opportunity cost is a good indicator. However, I I'm on the side of the people that are a bit more reluctant to use it because first of all, it's difficult to compute. It obviously has a lot of assumptions underneath, and it takes a lot of time to compute. And I would rather do something else with the time. If by all means you have the ability to compute that, if you're sitting on a big transformation team and you can do that, by all means do it. It's going to paint a obviously a higher fidelity pictures than not having it. But I would personally not waste my time if I am obviously under pressure, budget wise and time wise.